For this week's Infusion, I'm going to be talking about networking, which is what the second presentation talked about today in class. It really jumped out to me as something that is really important, and a couple years ago I would never have realized how important it was, but through the events that I've done in my life, I've realized that it is really important to excel further in life. So I want to start off with the first real networking event I went to, and that was sophomore year. Athletics put together an event to talk with a handful of different companies, and you could pick your favorite three, the people that you really wanted to talk to. So they gave us a list first. They let us pick three, and then on the day of the event, we were able to go to our first choice, second, and then third. So my first choice was the Special Olympics of Maryland. I've always wanted to work with them. I have worked with them before, and I loved it, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to want to talk to them and learn more about working with them in a department. So I have actually talked to Jeff, who is in charge, before, so he actually remembered me, so that was really cool. And we automatically started talking about what I wanted to do, and I just got really excited because he started throwing all these ideas out that I could be working in communication, social media, marketing, and also be able to work with kids and be able to go out to the events and teach them how to play with them. So it combined sports, psychology, kids, and marketing. So I was blown away and I was so excited. So it ended up working out. He told me to email him. I emailed him the next day. He didn't answer. So I emailed him again. I followed up a couple weeks later, and I got the internship for the next semester. I loved it. I learned so much. Ended up creating my own marketing plan. I did so much with targeted ads and social media. It was awesome. And I really like doing it that I might want to do that after I graduate. So that was an amazing experience that I wouldn't have gotten without that networking event. So this next event was actually 2 weeks ago, and it was the Betamore event that Jeremy had us go to for his class. And he had mentioned it within the first couple of classes. He was talking about it, and I really did not know what it was at all. I was just like, okay, I'll be able to go there. And so the day finally came, and I wasn't even sure what to wear, so I'm kind of glad I dressed up because I normally do not, as you see. I'm always running around, so I made sure I looked decent, and I got there, and it was something I have never seen before or experienced before. I walk right in this huge big tent, and I didn't even know if I was going in the right entrance or not. So thankfully I did, and I ended up seeing Tom right in the front. So I immediately ran over to him, and I'm like, what do I do? Where do I go? And so the first thing they had you do was to take a picture of yourself and then put on a lanyard, which was so cool. It felt very important and professional. So I got that on, got situated, and we immediately ran into other people, started talking with them. We saw Michael's table, which was the best table there, for sure. He killed it. He talked about his product. We walked around a bit, and Josh actually ended up giving me a little tour because he had been there before, and he knew almost everybody in that huge event. He was like, oh, that's them, that's him, that's him. And he introduced me to some people, and everybody I talked to just talked about how important networking is. And everybody that I saw was just so easy for them to network. And even though I think I'm outgoing, networking is a little intimidating, so I was nervous, but through the people in my class, they encouraged me, and they even walked me up. And Tom walked me and Brandon up to the guy that actually won, and his product was amazing. It saves lives, and it was just a very cool experience to talk to him. I So this one story that I shared in our class, in the sales and marketing class, was that I was just getting ready to leave, and Jeremy joked, "Oh, I'm surprised you stayed this long." But I loved it. It was very, very cool. And I learned so much just by being there. But I was about to leave, and I was going to grab myself a water before I left. So I was waiting in line for water, and I see these people in front of me, and they're all wearing the same shirt. And one of them is a little girl who was about 14. She's in her cheerleading costume outfit. And I'm waiting there, and the guy turns around and introduces himself immediately, which I found is something that everybody does. Everybody's very comfortable with it. So this was my first experience, and immediately asked my name, what I'm doing there, and I responded, and I asked him what Dent was, and that was the name of the company on the shirt. And he looked to this 14-year-old and was like, "You want to explain it to her?" She's like, "Yes." And she pitched me the entire speech of how they help inner city Baltimore kids. They do projects all year. She was telling me about her project. It was amazing. And I hugged her at the end. And I was like, there need to be so many more people like you. You're awesome. She asked us questions. She asked for our contact information. It was amazing to see. It was very humbling and inspiring. And I was like, I need to be like her. So that was awesome to experience. I ended up not getting water because I was just so blown away. It was crazy. It was just a great event, and next time I go, I'm going to be way more prepared and ready to network, because networking is awesome.